I think it's only fitting that yes, we address a little something, have a little moment of being still there, as it were, in remembrance and contemplation for for a bit of sad news that has reached my ears all the way out here in Eternia. I believe you on the planet Earth there have recently suffered a bit of a blow there, a little bit of a loss, shall we say. So as most of you no doubt know, that a rather great hero has recently departed from this life, as it were. So it's very sad indeed. Jason David Frank there, I believe was a rather a good fellow and a bit of a role model for many of you. And no doubt, of course, he has touched the lives of many, and I understand he gave quite a bit of himself, and to be around you lot, and to maybe give you some wise words if you're in a bit of a pickle there, or a bit under the weather, as it were. But yes, it is very sad to hear that you have lost such a humble and influential person amongst you there. So yes, I'm very sad to hear, and sorry to hear about his sudden departure there. No doubt he was a father and a brother and a husband and many other things, a mentor and a guide. I understood he was quite an adept warrior on your world there. Yes, we have had a few warriors on Eternia pass on to their great reward in Paternia there. So yes, great warriors come and go, as is the natural order of life, I suppose. No matter what form that takes. But you know, it's not the end, really. After all, it's not what you do when you leave. It's what you had done while you were alive, and no doubt he has influenced many and passed on much of himself onto you, shall we say. So as long as you continue to pass on what he has given to you, then you know he's never really gone in that sense. So there's just something to think about there. And also too, when people are struggling, and they might not see it at first. You may not pick up the subtle signs that someone is really trying to reach out, even though they may be afraid to speak out. But don't judge, and just be patient, and sit with each other, and be excellent to one another. The wise words of those philosophers, I believe you call them Bill and Ted, and what have you. Very wise words there. Yes, be excellent to each other, because you never know what the next person beside you is going through. They could have all these boulders and stresses on life, in life rather, mounting on their shoulders from all directions, and then sometimes we may not always understand that, and sometimes people can be a bit harsh and judgmental, and not realize that they might need to show a little bit of care and kindness. And yes, be kind to each other. That's another word, a lot of words I want you to remember also. But yes, the world can be a heavy thing on one's shoulders at the best of times. There's no doubt you have experienced from time to time, and things can get so bad out there that even though some ways out might be obvious, it might not be to them. And with all that stuff on their mind, and all the battles, the internal battles they are waging in their heads, is sometimes you can't see an outward effect of that. They may appear perfectly happy in themselves, but just check in on each other, I guess. And even though someone might not appear to be struggling, just maybe invite them out for a bit of a feast in the marketplace somewhere, with a bit of a spit roast or a pint or two, or what have you, and just sit down around the old campfire, as it were, and just be there with them and encourage them, and just let them know that they're not on their own, as it were. But yes, again, I'm very sorry to hear what has happened, and no doubt not only the family, of course, but you, the fans, have been doing it hard as well since that news has come out, and no doubt many of you have had personal interactions with this great man. But yes, a great man will always leave a lasting impression on you, and part of him will live on to what he has bestowed on you, shall we say. So I guess continue to be what he was to you, to others. Give without wanting anything in return. That's the best form of giving, and do it just as if your heart would naturally do that sort of thing, and don't seek to feel important after too important about yourself. Of course, we're all important and we all matter, but you know what I'm trying to say. Just be humble and give gladly to each other, and show a bit more kindness. I know that things on your planet have been in a bit of a turmoil of late, and all these horrible things happening left, right and centre. I don't know how I would cope myself, honestly, although I have seen my fair share of hassles and stress here on Eternia throughout my years, as we all have one time or another. So I think I'll leave it at that. And when you can, I suppose, after a period of mourning, just remember that soon all the good things he was and his legacy will rise back up to the surface again, and you can celebrate his life and those things that he was. But yes, it's all I have to say really, and I'll send my thoughts and hugs out to all of you on Earth there, and yes, reach out to everybody. I know it's hard, but you are perfectly valid in your feelings and emotions, and what all the wars that are going on around you or inside your head perhaps. You do matter, you know. Everybody matters, no matter what they're struggling with or battling in life. Everybody's on an even keel. Yes, there might be some people that seem worse off, but that doesn't make what you are going through any less valid or any less like nothing, because it is something, and you are in your rights to feel sad and struggle, and it's not something to frown on or look down on or has stigma towards each other. The brain is a very complicated and intricate organ. It's incredible what it can do, but when things get off skew, as it were, the brain can also come crashing down, for the lack of a better word. And it's nobody's fault really. It's just something that happens, but we all need support out there when it does happen, and we just need to be gentle with each other and kind. But yes, so that was my thoughts on the sad loss of Jason David Frank. And again, yes, thoughts going out to you and of course his family and all they are going through at the moment. So, okay, well, I guess I love you all there, and thank you for bearing with me in this sad time, of course.